This is Diana's cancer fight for 4 years. For 4 years, I kept journals. I wrote 3 journals, which covers all the 4 years of her cancer to her death, on February 1st of 2024, where she was freed of cancer and taken to her Lord, Jesus Christ. Diana is the one that had me write these journals. The first journal was actually purchased by Terry. The next 2 were by Diana. But she wanted me to write it down, write her story down, and then she wanted me to tell her story after she was gone, in hopes that maybe someone could do some good from her life, her suffering through cancer. Maybe they could fight better, maybe it would help easier. Don't know, but maybe so. But this video today, that you're going to watch, is Season 2, Episode 2. So it's February of 2021. This will be the story of that month in its entirety. And we go to the next after that. And I'm going to pray for all of you. I'll pray for your healing. 1st of February, 2021, Monday. Diane went to MD Anderson in Houston today for physical therapy. And then after physical therapy, we came back to Beaumont. Diane took a nap on the couch. Then she played games on her iPad, sitting up on the couch, trying to get to 1,000 points, whatever that is. She also did some physical therapy exercises on her right arm, because what she has now is lymphedema, so she's going to be prone to swelling since she has no lymph nodes. So for the rest of her life, she has to exercise that arm to get the fluids out of it into their body. That's another never-ending problem she's got. 2nd of February, Tuesday. Today is Groundhog Day. And it's always shadows, so we have 6 more weeks, of winter, not months. Wow. Diane got up. She did her physical therapy on her right side and her arm, trying to get the fluids out so it doesn't swell up. We went to shop at several stores, the yarn store and Joann's, and Diane wanted to buy more yarn. She loves to buy yarn. Good day. 3rd of February. Diane went to see Dr. Ortiz today in Beaumont. As soon as she finished with Dr. Ortiz, we drove to MD Anderson in Houston for our physical therapy. Then we drove home, and she went to bed. No complaints, so I guess it's a good day. 4th of February. Diane and I drove to the Woodlands to go to Landry's to eat. She wanted lobster. But when we got there and started walking to the entrance, she changed her mind and says, I don't want to eat. I don't feel like eating. So we went back to the truck, and we drove to the Rotary House at MD Anderson, checked in so she could lay down there. We didn't eat lunch. We didn't eat supper. She just felt so bad. That's all we could do. Bad day. 5th of February, Friday. Diana went into MD Anderson in Houston at 7:30. She had a thyroid checked. She had a COVID-19 test. She had a radiation simulation with her to build a form for her to do a radiation. The radiation was going to be at the Proton therapy, not regular radiation. This is a trial. She volunteered for a trial type radiation, not normal. The radiation doctor is Michelle Mitchell. Diane got her first shot for COVID vaccine. Then Diane had an operation to put another drain in her side, under her arm, as the knot was a fluid buildup, and they have to get another drain in there to drain the fluid out. It wasn't nothing she could get out. It was becoming infected, so they had to get it out. I guess it was infected. So we got home about 9:30. Diane is in a lot of pain after this other operation, having a hard time moving her right arm and trying to sit up or lay down. Went to bed at 10 p.m. Bad day. Long day. 6th of February, Saturday. Diane got up at 9 a.m. and ate cereal for breakfast. Went to sleep on the couch. She mostly then watched TV and slept all day. Then later that night, she went to bed and went to sleep again. So she didn't eat. Just so much pain, she just wanted to sleep. So another bad day. I don't remember if we drained the drain out or not, but I'm sure we did because we drained it every day. The bag always filled up, 7th of February, Sunday. Diane got up about 7:30 a.m. and we went to church and had communion. And we went and picked up McDonald's breakfast and brought it home. And Diane went back to bed about 10 a.m. It was an early church. Tammy came over for lunch, great, and stayed for about 3 hours. Diana cooked sweet potatoes for supper. Had a fairly good day today. She got to visit with Tammy. Made her day. She loved her children. The 8th of February, Monday. Diane had a video conference call with MD Anderson in Houston at 8:30 with Dudu or whatever it was. And then after the conference call, we drove to Houston to MD Anderson for a 12 p.m. meeting with Singh, the medical doctor, for her thyroid. I don't know what the problem was. I didn't hear. Then we drove back to Beaumont, stopping to shop in Baytown for food. So when she got home, she went to bed. She's wore out and in pain. Ninth of February. Diana got up. She had oatmeal for breakfast. Cleaned the house some, so it was still dirty, I guess. She cooked pizza for lunch. She did it. Then she did some knitting. She laid down a little bit. Then she cooked vegetable stew for dinner. She wanted real food. She wanted to cook. And washed dishes. Diane had a fairly good day. She was busy doing things that she really enjoyed doing. She enjoyed cooking. One of her favorite things was to cook. Always looking for recipes. We have thousands of recipes, never used. 10th of February, I went to the dentist, had a tooth pulled. Diane got up and ate cereal for breakfast. Cereal and milk, one of her favorite things. I never liked it. We went to the drugstore to get some gas for her car. We drove her car. Then we had soup for supper. Diane loves soup. Then Diane knitted and played on her iPad some till bedtime. So it was a fairly good day again. I like good days. Not enough of them. Eleventh of February, Thursday. Diana got up and ate McDonald's breakfast that I went and got for her. That's what she wanted. And she took her bath to get ready to go to MD Anderson. Then we went to MD Anderson in Houston. She got the drain removed from her side. She was happy about that. So on the way back home, we stopped at McAllister's. She ordered on the way back. Picked up lunch, or dinner, whatever you want to call it. And it was salad, so wasn't much. So we got back home. Diane laid on the couch, played games. Of course, she had her salad for supper. Temperature outside was 45 degrees Fahrenheit. 12th of February, Friday. Diane got up and went to Tri Supply and bought something. Then went to H-E-B and Kroger's shopping for food. After that, we went to Starbucks to get some Frappuccinos to bring home. Then Diane tries to exercise her right arm to get the fluids out of her arms. which is something she's going to have to do every day for the rest of her life, one way or another, whether wearing compression sleeves or manually or whatever. Not a bad day. Friday. 13th of February, Saturday. Diane got up about 8:41 or 8:45 a.m., ate breakfast. She received a phone call from MD Anderson in Houston saying that they will be shut down Monday and Tuesday next week due to the weather because it's cold. Right now it's 35 degrees outside. So she's having a fair day today, which is good. 14th of February, Sunday, Valentine's Day. Diane and I went to church at Wesley Methodist this morning. Then we had IHOP after that. Picked it up on the way home. And for supper, Diana made enchiladas, famous Diana's enchiladas for supper. And boy, they were good. I washed the dishes by hand for a change. Diana's trying to teach me how to do things by myself. Temperature outside was 27 degrees Fahrenheit. It was cold. Diana did some knitting, played games on her iPad, and she had 3 roses and chocolate-covered strawberries for Valentine's Day. I assume they were for me. I can't remember. Didn't write it down. Diane received text messages from Terry and Tanya and a phone call from Stephen. And it was cold and wet all day, but Diane seemed to feel okay. Not a great Valentine's Day, but could have been worse. So any day is a good day. 15th of February, Monday. This morning at 8:40, the temperature is 22 degrees Fahrenheit and light snow. Diana is still sleeping. The temperature is supposed to drop to 14 degrees today. Tammy came over for a few hours to visit, then went to Stormy's house. Diane cooking beef stew today in the slow cooker. Temperature at 4 p.m. is 28 degrees. Diana doing good today. 16th of February. At 8 a.m. this morning, the temperature is 11 degrees and cold. Diane got up and ate cereal for breakfast, cereal with milk. Then Diana talked on the phone to Johnny Garcia for a few hours. This afternoon, she ate chicken noodle soup. I drove to the mall area and everything was closed. Market Basket was the only place open. Diana's doing good today with some pain in her right side. Good day. 17th of February. At 8 a.m., the temperature is 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Diane and I went to Ash Wednesday at Wesley Methodist Church at 12 o'clock. And it's wet outside, rainy and cold. We had Bruno's Italian for supper. And MD Anderson keeps changing their appointments because of the weather in Houston. So we don't know when we're going back or what's going to happen. Everything's changing. 18th of February, temperature outside 32 degrees at 8 a.m. Diane woke up about 9 a.m. and I went and got McDonald's breakfast and brought it home to her like she liked. Guess that's because it was easy and nobody had to cook. Diana went back to sleep, and then MD Anderson called, and appointments for Friday were canceled. Diane and I went to the bank, to Walgreens, Hallmark, and H-E-B for food, and H-E-B shelves was pretty empty. There was no food in the store. Can you imagine a big grocery store and nothing you can buy hardly? Everything we wanted and needed, they didn't have. I guess Diana felt all right. She got out of the house. Good day. 19th of February. Temperature is 27 degrees outside. Cold. Diana went to MD Anderson in Houston today for a COVID test. Diane also tried to go shopping in Houston around the Galleria area, but there's nothing open. They were all closed due to the weather there too. So we came back home. So Diana had a good day, no pain that she complained of. Just a note, this is an old telephone from the 50s, early 60s. This is the actual phone that I used first heard Diana's voice on a thing called the Grapevine. Grapevine was a place where we called a busy signal. Several people called a busy signal, and we could all talk because the busy signals were low, and it would allow us back at that time before they fixed it. So we could have meetings, conference calls, no videos, of course. So you got to meet people. Yeah. If you wanted to talk privately, you would find a busy signal and send someone to a busy signal where there was just two of you. Then you talked. Then you gave your phone numbers out. Then you called each other and talked. And that's what Diane and I did. Now we talked on the phone for a while. She had my phone number. I had her phone number. This is where I first heard Diane's voice of the angels. I fell in love with her voice. From thence I come to judge, that I met her, but that's another story for another time, shortly. But this is the telephone of the Grapevine. This is the actual telephone. The actual voice of Diane and myself were there for the first time. And I kept this as a memento, has her name on it. No, it's an old rotary dial thing. No touch tones. This is all we had back then. But it was life, the way we met. It was good. 20th of February. Temperature at 8 o'clock in the morning is 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Diane got out of the house. She went to Dillard's, her favorite clothing store, then to Barnes & Noble, her favorite other drink store, so we could sit down and drink and she could buy books. And almost every time we went, she bought a book. She loved to read. Went to the Nothing Bundt Cake store and got a birthday cake for Stephen for tomorrow. And she got some new sheets and comforter for our bed and a new nightgown. So she's getting all the birthday presents. Had a good day. Happy. 21st of February, Stephen's birthday. We went to Stephen's house today for his birthday, and then afterwards we went to MD Anderson in Houston to the Proton Therapy Center at 4:15. Diane afterwards said her arm was hurting from holding it over her head for an hour, but the proton radiation didn't hurt her. That was her first session. Probably the problem I have with this is the proton radiation is a trial. I'm not sure she should have been in a trial. Should have had regular radiation when everybody else did, but she was trying to do something that would help everybody else. Or during the time of COVID, where I'm sitting down in the basement somewhere all by myself and she's in the building talking to the doctors, making decisions by herself because of COVID. It's not good. How do you know if she's making a good decision or a bad decision or what doctor's pressuring her into it? I don't know. It's just, there was no reason for it. COVID should have allowed us in there for this. There's no reason not to. That's all I got to say. 22nd of February, Diana got up about 8:30 a.m., ate grapefruit for breakfast, washed clothes. We drove to Vidor and purchased a bird bath. Drove around Vidor looking around. Then we drove to MD Anderson Proton Center in Houston for a 5:45 proton radiation treatment. Then we drove home and she went right to bed, tired. 23rd of February, Diane and I drove to Houston to MD Anderson Proton Center, where she got radiation again, proton radiation number 3. Then afterwards, we went to lunch at Carrabba's restaurant on Kirby. Diane okay so far. So far good. 24th of February, Diane went to get her hair cut this morning. Then we drove to MD Anderson Proton Center for radiation treatment number 4 of protons. Then we came home. And Diane went to bed, tired, long days. 25th of February, we drove to MD Anderson Rotary House, met with the radiation doctor, and then we went to MD Anderson Proton Center for proton radiation number 5. Not good, but she's okay. 26th of February, Diana saw the doctor she had for the simulation of radiation. Then she went and did physical therapy and did the MD Anderson Proton Center for proton radiation number 6. Having fun. 28th of February, we were at home. We got up and Diana and I went to lunch with Johnny Garcia and Diane's sister in Orange, Texas. Had a good visit with her sister and her nephew. Then we came home and had a good day, something different for a change. No radiation on Sunday. That was a Sunday, by the way. So it was a good day. This is the end of the February movie of 2021. So far in February, the month of February, Diane had 6 proton radiation treatments. Each one lasts an hour. It takes probably an hour to set up because they've got molds for her to set in. They have reprogram the machines for her. And fun. I did that myself a long time ago. Not for the breast, though, for the prostate. She's doing good so far in February. Not lots of pain, but some pain. But the radiation is going to catch up with her eventually. We know that. I know that from my experience. And she's getting more than I got. You would think it would kill everything that was left on the skin, inside the body. Wouldn't you think that? Problem I have is COVID. I was not there for her to make decisions with. I couldn't hear what she was given as far as information. So there's really no reason for it to be held out of COVID. We had masks, although they were useless. We could have got together to meet with the doctors. I don't have a problem with that. Guess I'll get over it one day. Y'all have a good day. And I'm praying for you.
Parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. Whenever a drop of water ever spills, then she'll be a true love mine. If she tells me she can't, I'll reply. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Let me know that at least